This high was my target for this week. I am curious to see if price takes it or not. I still feel like price might take this high today, or it may very well leave it to some other time. So let's check what happened this week. Last week on Thursday, price came really close to that 200 simple moving average on daily chart and retraced back to this level on daily chart. So reversed back higher from there, and on Monday it came back to this 4-hour imbalance and this 20 simple moving average, 20 SMA, and went back higher. Started being range bound. We can see the range more clearly on 1-hour chart. This is the weekly opening gap, current week's gap, and price received some reactions from that level. Now it is Thursday and price is currently inside of this 1-hour range, almost right in the middle of it, and price is currently retracing towards this 1-hour 200 SMA and this daily opening gap. Let's see where it goes from here. Currently it doesn't look very bullish. I wouldn't long it from here, even though I want to see price taking out these levels. I am not going to rush for it. I will now mark some levels. This is current daily low and Asia low. Let's mark it together. Asia high is already taken, so I'm not gonna mark it. This is a PM session low from previous day. I will leave it there too. Let me mark out the London Open. And this is the low between the London Open and New York Open. Just checking the 30-second chart to see how it looks. I will mark out this 5-minute range, first 5-minute range with Fibonacci to see the deviation levels. We reached the first deviation level. We left an imbalance on 5-minute and we might leave another one. So I don't really know what happens next. I will watch, observe, and try to see if I can find a nice A+ setup. Make this 2. And sell it. Nice entry. Pretty much the same setup idea that we used to take. I will take partials on 1R around here. First partial around here, and the other will be at this lows. Something like that. I will add another one right here. Seems like it is getting stopped out. Yep, it took the stop. Since this looks like a double top, I will try one last with the same entry criteria with sell stop entries. I will put my entry below this candlestick as soon as it closes. It was a little bit earlier than I was actually going to put my sell stop entry over here, but I made a small mistake. Price just came back here. The original entry was actually going to be here after price takes out this low. But that's okay. If this candlestick closes in 10 seconds, then I will move the entry over here. 3, 2, and entry here. Okay, another entry taken. Once again, first partial on 1-to-1 is about 26 points. And the other partial is below the Asia low. First partial taken. I'm moving my stop loss to break even as soon as price takes out this level. Yes, break even. And taking out this one too. Now the last runner to the Asia low. I made a small mistake over here. The original entry was going to be around here on this level. That's stop. And stop loss was going to be here. And the initial target was, the eventual target was Asia low. It is something like that. First setup got stopped out. I took the entry inside of a bullish imbalance. So I knew that price could have reversed from there, yet still I took it. CDS took the Asia low. No, not really. I think I will just close this to 50 point is more than enough for me. Yeah, almost break even. One stop and one TP. I think I could have avoided this first loss by expecting a double top because of this imbalance. I'm taking entries inside of imbalances is a little bit riskier. So let me check 4-hour chart. It is closing pretty bearish. Ten AM candle just opened. Even though I was expecting this level, price is looking bearish still, and it left an engulfing candle on 4-hour chart. So I will not be fixated on my bias. I will just wait and see what happens. I might take this one, but this time I don't want to take my entry inside of a bullish imbalance. If I short here, I don't want my entry to be inside of a bullish imbalance. I don't want to stand in front of momentum of price. Also price also took some key levels, objectives in here. Objectives were not met yet, but price took this Asia low and this PM session low from yesterday, this one, and price also hit the third deviation level. This is the first 5 minutes range. This is the range. This is the first deviation, and this is another deviation, second deviation. So price tapped the imbalance. Normally I would leave sell stop entry over here, but since these candles are coming with some momentum and price tapped this bullish imbalance, I didn't take this one. If this was not an imbalance, then I would have taken this one. Also price made a double top here, and it can very well do it again. By double top I mean sweeping this once again. If I don't see an imbalance after price sweeping this, I might look for an entry. Did ES take this high? No, it didn't take either. Normally I would take this entry. I would short from here. But it already made a double top before taking out this low. And now I believe it can make another double top with sweep. If price swept this high, I would definitely be inside of this trade. Something like that. And I would already have taken the partials, but I didn't want to take this one because, as I said, I thought this might make another sweep, so but it's okay, it's just a trade. I mean, it's alright to miss one. And it seems like today price might give several setups like that. If price comes back here once again, then sweeps this and then starts looking like going lower, I wouldn't take this one. Because it already did some kind of double top. I was expecting a sweep. It didn't make the sweep, but still it made the double top and started going lower. If price comes back higher, there will be a failed swing over here. I mean, if price takes out this high, this will be a higher low. So I wouldn't look for shorts anymore. Also, if price comes above this, it may look like this simple 20 simple moving average start to look like this. And if starts to look like this, I don't want to be in rush for taking another short setup. So This is where I just wait. Okay. I don't want to be shorting a possible dip. And I also don't want to trying to long the dip. So this is where I wait. These levels also tap lows on 15-minute chart and 5-minute chart. Look at this like that. This is a zone on 5-minute chart. This is the breakout of the zone, and this is the tap towards the zone, and price swept this. And look how it looks on 5-minute chart. If price takes out this high, then it may go deeper. For example, this level. So after price takes this out, I will not rush for taking a short setup. This didn't become a higher low because price didn't broke this yet. Didn't break this yet. Broke. Another lower low. Okay, it looks nice. Still bearish. Seems like price targeting this gap. This week's gap has been working like a magnet for this week. When price is consolidating or range bound like this, the weekly gap works as a magnet most of the time, and price gives opportunities to take setup towards this one. I mean, maybe short setups towards this or long setup below this, targeting this one. I might take another short if I see something like this. Same logic. How are you guys doing? It's poor. Is it poor? Can you hear my voice properly? Can you see the... Yeah, it looks fine. So I will just ignore it. Price is getting slower, so I will zoom out to 5-minute chart. Just watch it on the 5-minute chart. Yesterday I messed up pretty bad with the account. I over leveraged and over traded it. I think I just got bored and I really felt bad. I took most of these trades out of boredom. Then, even though this is paper, I think I just relapsed. I did the thing like I did in the past with my funded accounts to take back the losses with bigger size, as you can see in here. So I regret it. I don't want to do it again. And especially with the funded accounts. Because with the funded accounts, or when the risk is in the line, the reverse of this happens, right? I mean, it's easy to save it on the paper, but it gets more tricky during the live account. So when I trade the paper trading accounts with my gut feelings, I am extremely successful. But when I trade real money with gut feelings, I may stay successful for a while, but at some point, my psychology ends up not being enough, and eventually I start losing. So I will check ES. ES almost tapped this gap. And another one. This is the current weekly open. The gap. He has tapped it right to the tick. NQ did not tap it. Yes, took this one. NQ did not take it yet. I think I will not be looking for short setups from here, from these levels. This is the last tap high on the structure. This is just part of the inside structure. So I will not take this one. If price did not take out this low, I mean if there was something like a failed swing, then I might take this one as a combo. But since price already, I'm talking about this swing, right? If this swing acted like that and took out this high before taking out this low, then I might take a short setup around here. But since it already took the external high, external low, I didn't want to participate this short setup. Also price went above this 30-second moving average, 20 SMA, and it started to look upwards. I believe this might work as a support level, so I won't take a short here. And if you look at 1 minute, looks the same. Also, this 5-minute closure raises some suspicion. Also, yes, tap this one, so I am not sure about targeting this one anymore. So I will just wait. This is a extreme point of the range, right? I mean, when we look at this current swing, this is the most extreme point. These two are the most extreme points of the current range. Okay, you can take the most extreme high from here too. Doesn't make a huge difference. But let us mark the extremes, okay, and go inside of the range gradually. Okay, most extreme, and then I went inside of it, hit the extremes once again, and then when I go even further, these are the third important range extremes. And where are they? They are inside. They are above significant Fibonacci levels. Let's draw Fib. You see it? The low is right above the golden ratio, and I tap these levels, and it is range bound. So I don't want to be messing around with short setups over here. But since it has been dropping lower, I mean, I don't take longs because the order flow has been bearish and I still haven't seen the bullish shift yet. And the reason I don't take a short here is it is in discount levels, cheaper levels, close to range low, nice Fibonacci levels. So I don't take a long and I don't take a short. That's why I'm waiting on sidelines. I want to rephrase it once again. No longs because it has been dropping, because I don't want to stand in front of the current order flow, and no shorts because it already dropped and it seems like it is consolidating, and it is consolidating at close to low of the ranges. Okay, so no long because it has been dropping, no short because it is in the cheap zone. This short would have stopped without partials, probably. Let me check it. Almost 1 hour. But not a very good setup. Now this is a tap high. The liquidity points that I like to use. And this is a supply level or bearish zone or bearish order block. Okay. Price swept the high. Let me check it on 30-second chart. Now price is pretty slow. I will not look at 30-second. Get back to 1 minute. I don't know why, but I'm doubtful about this short setup idea. I'm talking about this. I think I will not take it because of the way this 20 simple moving average started to look, and because of the other reasons that I was talking about. Also, the stop loss is a little bit too big. But if nah, I think I will not see it. I was gonna say if I see something like this, I might take it, but let's wait and see. It looks pretty choppy, so there is no need to rush anything. Normally this seems like a double top, but since price has been consolidating quite a while, I did not take this one either. This or this. And seems like price might take out this high on the next 1 minute candlestick. But after this one gets taken, I might look for a scalp short setup. Yeah, price took this. This now became a combo. And when I look at the slowness of the price, I believe we might see one last sweep here. There was no triggers on 1 minute chart. There was no hypothetical trigger either. So I am right now leaning on the context, the way price looks, the way it behaves, and because since this context tells me that price is slow and it is not rushing and it might send just another wick, that there are certain places that I usually use for a stop loss, and right now price seems like it likes to take out that hypothetical stop loss one last time, one more sweep, things like that. So that's why I just wait and don't rush for a short setup. If I did rush, I would have taken stop losses several times. By the way, do you guys have any questions? Feel free to ask them in this chat over here. Mm. On 30-second chart, there is a double top, but we don't have it on 1 minute chart, so I will wait for this closure. One last week here, and then come back. I am taking the short. Let me erase this Fibonacci to not make the chart look so messy. Okay, I accept this as a double top too. Okay, sweep is come. Sweep has came. Now I will just wait for this candlestick to get closed. And I will place my entry right here. It closed. If this candlestick get closed as a doji or something like that, then I might trail my entry below this candle. And in fact, I would like to see something like that, because if price does that, the stop loss will be smaller, so I can open a bigger position. But it seems like it is just taking the entry with this one. And 30. Three micro. Entry should have been triggered, but I think it is trading view bug once again. Okay, it took the entry. A little worse, but it's okay. This is 200, 1 hour. Normally 1 hour was going to be something like that if this was a funded account or something like that. This will be something close to this, so I will put my first partial as if this didn't slip me, because it will not slip, it will not apply that slippage on funded accounts. So And the target, last target is around here. Partials taken, the trade is risk-free. This is the profit, $100, and this is the risk. Since it has been quite range bound, and since we cannot lose anything when it is like that, I will leave my stop loss in its place. I might just exit earlier than this level. Okay. This was a really nice setup, and the idea is just the SBS combo. I learned that from Stoic Trader, and I believe it works pretty nice when price is behaving slow like this. Let me talk about the idea behind the setup. The idea is simple, okay? We are following this structure, this swing points, okay? Price is creating the highs and the lows, okay? This is our external structure, and price leaves the last high and then makes the last low. These two areas are key levels for us. Why? Because people use these points as the most recent reference points, so there are a lot of orders above and below them. So if the volume is not high enough, the algorithms, not just the single algorithm ICT talks about, there are many algorithms. The algorithms will likely target these areas to find that missing volume, okay? As we can see, price is getting slower, so price needs some orders. Price is going to seek the orders. And price comes here. It takes out buy stop orders or breakout market buys, okay? Stop losses of the short sellers around here, and also some limit stop losses of the short sellers, which is in form of a buy stop, and breakout buyers. So price takes out this high and then starts to come back lower, and when you look carefully by zooming in into the price does the same exact thing inside of this smaller range, right? In this bigger range, we were following the swing points, the highs and lows, and we marked the last high and last low, okay? The high that was that created the last low. This is the last low. This is the high that created last low. Okay. Price swept this one. And when you look closely, price goes lower, makes a swing high, makes a lower low, sweeps the swing high, makes a double top, and then starts going lower. Okay. The same exact pattern. Look at it right here, lower. See that? The only difference is this has just a double top. Okay. Price dropping impressively. I believe it might keep going, but I will close my trade right here with 80 point. The same logic, but it is happening inside of the range. And when it might be difficult to see right now this high. I can see it immediately. I can even see it before it happens. No? That's why I was drawing these lines, and that's why I was waiting one last sweep, etc. The reason I can see this easily is I have been trading this and backtesting this for quite a while, and I believe if you look at some lower time frames, I don't recommend to trade this on lower time frames, but just for illustration purposes, I will drop down to 15-second chart to see how this look. Okay. On 15-second chart, this is the break. This is the tap, the lower low, and the double top I was expecting. On 15-second, it is a triple or maybe quadruple top. That's why I don't trade it on 15-second. If you look at 5-second, something like that, and 1-second, you see that price is dropping, leaving the tap, making the lower low, and then sweeping the tap, then reversing. But when you look at the 1-minute chart, it looks like this. So I am going to mark the chart the way Stoic Trader does. Okay, this is my area, the consolidation area, the range, or the zone, whatever you want to call it. Price broke lower. Okay. The area. Breakout of the area. The first retracement towards the area. Okay. Second sequence. When this low is taken, this low is being taken just for the purpose of liquidity engineering. Okay. After this taken, price comes back to sweep. It's too big. And inside of the range, once again, this is the breakout of the candlestick structure. Okay. This is the first retracement. This is the lower low right here. And this is the sweep. This is the another sweep to form the double top, and then the good old fifth sequence. This is also fifth sequence of the external range either, because when you look at that, for the internal range, sweep and reverse. I'm not going to write sweep because it didn't sweep the other high. I will write that double top and reverse. This is the double top. This closure is the reverse. I don't wait for candlestick closure. You might wanna wait for it. Just do your thing, okay? Over here, there's a sweep of the fourth sequence. This is actually a failed swing with sweep, and when you zoom out and look at it like that, you see this is a double top, and this is also another double top inside of the structure. Okay, that was the logic behind the trade, and this was pretty much the same. Over here, it was going a little bit fast, and it was before 10 a.m. so I thought price might move fast. That's why I took this one, but price did not move fast and swept one last time. It happens sometimes. It's fine as long as I manage the risk properly. So let us check how did we perform. One loss, second trade wiped the loss and left a little bit buffer, and this was the last one. It seems pretty solid. 100, 200, 3, 350. It would probably be a lot more if we left runners, but I don't care about the amount right now. I care about the logic only. Yeah, I think I will close this session here. I will go to the gym right now. You might wanna observe what is happening here. Just for study purposes. I'm closing the session here. If you have any questions, you can ask it right now. Or you can ask your questions. Thank you for your kind words, guys. Yeah, it was a nice trade. It was enjoyable to watch it. I really had fun. I hope you had fun too. And I'm glad that you take it with 3 minutes. I hope you banked some profits with that. You can also reach me out from Twitter too. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.